Good day, and welcome to this episode of Natural Health Dialogue. It's going to, as Randy said, it's going to take all year to do this. No, I'm just kidding. But we are going to give you a summary. We're going to make your life easier by condensing an entire year into 10 minutes. So, Randy, what are we talking about today?
We are going to kind of do an annual summary. I'm not going to go through every body system, but, you know, we have had a great year of focusing on cleansing of each body system in general. I wanted to point out that when we started in January, we didn't want to talk about every single body system and teach you about the body system and tell you how it functions and trying to focus on the specifics of the functioning, but rather we wanted to look at in each body system what could go wrong. And then if we know that something can go wrong, then what can we do to keep the system maintained in such a way that it would function at its optimal level. And so I wanted to see how the foods and the drinks that we consume can enhance the functioning of the body and keep its proper functioning going, and stay away from those things which cause dis-ease. We call it disease, but it's just when the system isn't working well. And we figured that if any particular body system is not working well, then the entire body suffers. I like to consider, I used once before when we were talking about one of the body systems, let's talk about a car. If it doesn't get oil and the parts of the vehicle that use the oil break down, then the car doesn't work, period. I even went so far as to say, what happens if you have a broken brake line? That doesn't cause the engine not to work, but the car doesn't work, because even if the car is running, if you don't have a brake line, you can't drive that car. So every body system is important, and keeping each body system functioning well promotes the functioning of the entire body as a whole. Most of us suffer from places where we have body systems that break down, and it causes a detriment to our life as a whole. And so what we were trying to do with the cleansing program is to go through body system by body system and say, here's what you need to do to keep that body system clean, to keep that body system functioning as it should, so that then when we put the parts all together, your whole body functions well. An untended liver problem won't stop your heart from beating necessarily, but at the same time, you're not getting rid of the toxins that you need, and those toxins can build up anywhere else in the body, causing another body system to break down. Ultimately, the whole body breaks down and has no more vitality because of one breakdown somewhere in the body. So you need to look at it all. I enjoyed talking about the cleansing regimen that I use. I didn't want to just come up with, here's a cleansing regimen that we can throw out there. So we took the body system that I've been using now for about 10 years. I told the story of a lady who came in and said she wanted to do some cleansing. And I said, well, I'm doing some kind of cleansing every month just to keep my body going. And she finally came in after 5 or 6 visits and said, I want to use your cleansing regimen. Well, I had never written it down, so I was forced into writing down the things that I do and why I do those. And so that's what we've gone through the last year, is my cleansing regimen. Now you say, what about you? What do I care about your cleansing regimen? Well, I just use it as a testimonial. I've just celebrated my 75th birthday. I still work at my job, some 40 to 50 hours a week. I take care of farm animals on a 5-acre farm, and I have about a 5,000 square foot garden. I have an orchard that we keep up with. We we grow and prepare and can much of the foods that we eat. I have a loving and caring wife. I have 3 married kids. I have 7 grandkids. One of those grandkids is now pregnant with our 2nd great-grandchild that's on its way, going to be born in May. Life is good, and God blesses us in countless and often surprising ways every single day. So I say, I like that. To one, I take care of my body. Secondly, I try to stay away from as many toxins as I can. I do eat. I do give myself grace. I do have some things from time to time that I know probably aren't good for me, but they're just good, and so I go ahead and do them anyway. But then I do the cleanses to keep everything functioning well, and I truthfully do some kind of a cleanse every single month. And since I've had to put that cleansing program together, it's the one that I've used for the last 5 to 7 years. I could.
So that evidence that's working for you, other people have noticed that too, and they want to know what's working for you so they can use it.
Exactly. I come in, I routinely get people saying, well, you seem like you do an awful lot for your age. You do, you don't really look your age. I would like to think they're being graceful when they say that. I am a 75-year-old man, but I still do work with very few restrictions on anything that I have. I've uncovered the genetic things that have killed people at young ages in my family, and we've taken care of those with some help from some doctors to take care of that. But my last doctor, after he had performed the heart bypass that's killed most of my family members in their 50s and 60s, he looked at me and he said, I don't see anything else wrong with you. You easily ought to live another 15 to 20 years. And so I take that as grace from God. You need to find out, each of us needs to find out, what is it that genetically is going to cause us problems, and let me eat and live a lifestyle that'll give me longevity, and not just length of years, but goodness within those years as well. I don't want to live to be 100 years old if I'm going to stay in the hospital for the last 10 years in some kind of sickness and stuff. I want to have vitality in my life to the end. And so I'd encourage everyone to try to stay healthy, eat healthy, nutrient-rich foods, drink healthy liquids, including adequate amounts of water, get outdoors and get a bit of sunshine, and at least some exercise, even if it's just a walk every day. Take time to daily to thank your friends and your neighbors and your family members for the regular support that they add to your life. I cannot say enough about how important of an uplift it is to you to live a grateful life, a grateful attitude. An attitude of gratitude is probably the strongest emotional thing that you can possibly do. It's been stated many, many times before that life is a journey, not a destination. And so don't try to run through or walk through it. You want to experience it day by day. Experience the good things that God has provided day by day. Experience nature and travel and enjoy your friends and have good times with those friends. Take time to, along the journey, to get joy out of the journey. And with God's help and a good, strong faith and the loving support of the people that are important to your life, there's no reason why you can't do that. It's all a work, but it's a day-by-day work. It's not something where you suddenly stop and say, now I'm going to make these great grand changes in my life. I want to live my life from whatever I age now until the day that I die with vitality and with joy and with love and kindness and with a good, strong faith. So I would encourage others to do the same. The cleansing portion that we've done this year is important for the maintenance aspects of our lives. If you're not doing any cleansing, then you're probably having problems with systems that are starting to break down, no matter how young or how old you are. So I would just encourage you to take this as another avenue of keeping life vital. And then I can hardly wait to tell you what Kim and I are going to be doing this next year to help you along this path. I'm done with the cleansing programs, but we've got so much more that we want to do for life's vitality that we're going to put into this next year. Join us and stay with us with the Natural Health Dialogue as we go through that process.
Thank you, Randy. You've given us not just a summary of the annual cleanse that you do, but kind of an overarching philosophy of natural health that you've adopted. You would encourage others to adopt, kind of a philosophy of life even. So we appreciate that. Very appropriate for this time of year.
And it's the end of this year, but it's the start of the next year. And we're just going to transition from that into some more stuff that'll help you to live a better and a more enjoyable and healthier life in the year to come.
Excellent. So stay with us for the next episode and for the coming year, really, or you'll be missing out, really, because they've got some real excellent stuff prepared. So, all right, until next time, we'll see you again.
Thanks for your help, Joseph, and for being a part of that life for me. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome, my brother. Glad to do it. And all right, we'll see you next time.
Amen.